When do you think is the best time to integrate teen chicks or pullets into your flock? Sometimes I struggle with that myself, and I'll tell you what we do when integrating our pullets and chicks into the bigger flock, and then you can determine what you think you should do in regards to your flock. Stay tuned. One of the biggest challenges for backyard chicken keepers isn't building the coop or collecting the eggs. It's figuring out when and how to bring those teenage chicks into the flock without total chaos. Now, the truth is, there isn't one set answer. It really depends on the chicken keeper, the temperament of the hens, and the setup you're working with. Some people wait until their young birds are fully feathered around 8 to 12 weeks. Others wait until they're almost the same size as the hens. Their reasoning is pretty solid. A bigger, stronger pullet can defend herself better and handle the natural pecking order battles. The plus side of waiting is that your chicks are tougher and can take a peck or two without much harm. The downside? Well, you're basically got two flocks to care for. Separate feed, separate water, separate housing, and that can be a bit of a juggling act. Now, me personally, I do things a little different. I integrate my youngsters at about 1 month old. Yes, that's earlier than most chicken keepers would even consider, but here's why I do it and why it works in my flock. At a month old, they're feathered enough to handle being outside, and they're still small enough that the older hens don't see them as much of a threat. It's almost like they slip under the radar. When I first put them in, the reaction from the hens is always the same. They march right up, give a good hard stare, and usually there's a quick peck to the head just to say, "Hey, I'm in charge here." Sometimes you'll see a chest bump if a teen dares to get too close to the feed bowl, or a chase around the run if they're curious about something that belongs to the hens. But here's the important thing. Most of the time, that's all it is. It's a little bossy behavior, a little strutting, but not serious aggression. And the teens, they act exactly like teenagers, nervous, awkward, and trying to stay out of trouble. They move around in a tight little group, darting away anytime a hen even looks their way. They wait until the hens finish eating before they grab a bite, and they'll sneak around the edges of the run just to avoid conflict. You'll even notice them learning quickly. If they get pecked once at the feeder, the next time they hang back and wait their turn. What's really fascinating is how fast the hens lose interest. After those first few days of putting the rules in place, they basically go back to scratching, laying, and being hens. They know the little ones aren't laying eggs yet, they aren't competing for nest boxes, and they aren't vying for the top spot in the pecking order. So instead of constantly picking on them, they just let the teens tag along. And by the time those teens grow into pullets, they already know the rhythm of the flock, where to sleep, when to eat, and who not to mess with. Now, I know some other chicken keepers would look at me sideways and say, "A month? That's way too early." And you know what? They're not wrong for their flocks. Some hens are more territorial. Some setups don't allow as much space for the little ones to escape if things get too rough. And some people just like the peace of mind of waiting until their pullets are almost grown before taking the plunge. And that's the beauty of chicken keeping. It's not one size fits all. You'll find what works best for your birds and your routine. For me, starting young has been a gentler, smoother way to blend the flock. Instead of a big, dramatic showdown months later, the teens just ease into life with the older girls. It's not without a few pecks and chases, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. And the payoff is a unified flock that feels natural by the time everyone's laying. So basically, in the end, whether you wait until 12 weeks or like me, bring them in at 1 month, the key is to watch your birds, know their personalities, and trust your instincts. So tell me in the comments below what your procedure is for integrating pullets or teen chicks into your flock. I'd really be interested to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.